Although you're going to see this with your own eyes, the camera does not lie. Watch some of you Negroes and some of you left-leaning, hard, crazy, white liberals who are only trying to do some things so you think you're going to get a one-up with your fake virtue signaling. Watch y'all still try to say, he still didn't have to shoot her. He could have done something else. Nah, not this time. Not this time. How are you folks doing out there? I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to the channel Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure that if you do enjoy this content that you hit that like button. That way this content can consistently be recommended to you. And it also helps push my content out in the YouTube algorithm. If you would like me to react to a video, respond to the video, do analysis of a video while shouting you out in the process, go to patreon.com/Modern Renaissance Man. That's how you do it up there. Last but not least, make sure you still are subscribed to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so folks, this came across my desk by some folks. I know who they are, and it's fine. They are kind of people that, I don't want to say who they are because they don't want me to say who they are, but they are just kind of young men and young women between the ages of, 15 all the way up until, mid-30s, who is not left or right. They just want to know these situations that happen. They don't know what to think. They just kind of lost because of the rhetoric that's going on right now. They just want to look at this and they say to me, Mr. Tyre, look at this, watch this video, and let us know what you think, because we just want to make sure that we're looking at this the right way, because they know what society and what the media is telling them to think, how media is telling them to respond. For example, right here, ladies and gentlemen, this says right here, and I want to read this to you guys. Newly released body cam footage shows a Virginia police officer fatally shooting a knife-wielding woman who slashed the officer during a wellness check last month. Now, I gotta give him to him in this particular article. At least they didn't say it already, like shooting a black woman, because this is going, yeah. But here's the thing. I guarantee y'all, let's keep it real. I guarantee you, if we weren't where we are in regards to being at the end stage of this election right now, if this was like, March and April, I guarantee you this will be blown up. People will be out there, Black Lives Matter signs and everything. They may be, but I just don't know. It don't seem like it yet. Because now it's like, oh, here we go again. Just like the woman in Springfield. Now we got another black woman getting shot by the cops. Now, I told you guys, in my opinion, and showing you guys a video, completely said that the officer was unjustified. In my case, I said I don't think he had to shoot her like he did for a pot of water, but I'm not going to lie, she did throw the hot water. She threw it. But I just said, man, come on, hot water, I get that, but man. Anyway, moving on beyond that. People are going to try to say, here we go again, the officer shooting a black woman. Fairfax County Police released the footage of after uproar after the death of a woman, 33-year-old Sydney Wilson. The footage shows crisis intervention officer Peter, I don't know how to say his last name, maybe Lou, approached Wilson's apartment after her doctor raised concerns about her mental health. Now y'all gonna try to say the doctor sent her to her death. Negroes will come up with anything, and so would you left-leaning and snow cone color hair social justice warrior liberals. Lou knocks on the door, and Wilson initially answers before quickly shutting the door again. The officer then continued to knock on the door for nearly 10 minutes. He could have just left. He could have left her alone. Why didn't he leave her alone? He could have. Well, the doctor wanted him to go and check. Now, I know there's a whole lot of things that we may not hear until more things come out, but we will see. The footage shows Wilson open the door suddenly and immediately slashing at Lou with the knife. The officer quickly backed up into the hallway and drew his firearm and ordered Wilson to retreat. Whoa, hold on, y'all. This little black thing right here getting on my nerves. I'm not talking about the woman. No pun intended. Stop. Lou retreats until his back is up against another apartment door, issuing commands to please back up. All the while, Wilson continues to approach him with the knife raised and then slashes at him again. Lou fires his gun at Wilson. Lou fires his gun as Wilson continues to attack him with the knife. He pushes past her into open hallway, but Wilson grabs him and continues attacking him with the knife, and Lou fires more rounds. The officer then retreats into a longer hallway as Wilson collapses. Footage from the pair of officers who responded moments after the incident shows Lou's face covered in blood, where Wilson had slashed him in the forehead. One of the officers attempted to resuscitate Wilson, but was unsuccessful. So that's the article right there, ladies and gentlemen. And let's get ready to get a little bit more into it. But here's the thing. There's footage. Check it out.
Footage tonight showing the moments a Fairfax County police officer was attacked before he shot and killed a woman in Reston. Kenneth Bowden's in the newsroom with the details on the case. Kenneth?
Jim, we must warn you, it's a stunning and disturbing encounter. Officer Peter Liu was responding to the home of 33-year-old Sydney Wilson last month. Her doctors had expressed concerns about her mental health, and then this happened. The woman initially opening the door, but then she slammed it in the officer's face. You can even see a slight smile there. This happened at her apartment on Sunrise Valley Drive. Then 10 minutes later, Wilson came out swinging, armed with a knife. The video shows Officer Liu retreating, backing down the hallway. When Wilson moves toward him, she swiped at the officer again with...
He did the things that we train him and expect him to do. If you're threatened like that, if you can tactically reposition yourself, do it. If you can use distance, use it. If you can seek cover and concealment, seek it. All those options just weren't available to him, and he was being simultaneously attacked.
And the officer was also bleeding from his forehead as he called for backup. Another officer performed CPR on Wilson before she was rushed to the hospital and later pronounced dead. This was the first officer-involved shooting in Fairfax County in over a year. Officer Liu is training for crisis intervention, and the chief says their team with a crisis intervention specialist who handles matters like this one was working on a different call at the time. But even if they were there, he believes the situation could have been much worse.
What are we going to say? Look, listen to me, folks. Listen to me. Snow cone color hair, social justice warrior, white liberals leaning far to the left who's trying to fake virtue signal to get a one-up with black people. Black people who don't like to look at things from an intellectual standpoint, but you rather respond with your emotions like these psychological psyops mainstream media has programmed you to do. Y'all are going to get emotional. What more did you want that man to do? He could have tased her. He shot her, and she still was slashing. He's trained for this. He did everything he know to do in his training. Well, he could have just like ran inside. He could have did a juke job, didn't went around her and just that. He could have waited for some other people to show up. He could have. Y'all, listen to me. If you're gonna make up excuses and still try to make up reasons why this officer shouldn't have did what he did, I don't know what to tell you. You guys are just intentionally wanting drama. You are intentionally wanting officers to all look bad. That's what you are doing. You are part of this whole thing of why a lot of us are having major issues because of things like this. Y'all are not even asking or even saying, man, when she got shot, why she kept trying to kill dude? Why was she trying to still slash him after she got shot? Oh, here go another black woman. She was just trying to make it up in the world. She was just trying to do good. He come knocking on her door. He didn't have to stand there for 10 minutes knocking. Why he standing for 10 minutes knocking? Why he could have just left her alone? You gonna keep on making up excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. He should have left her alone. For what? The doctor called and was concerned. Now, did he go there to kill this woman? No. He went there as a welfare check to make sure that she was okay. Well, Ty, after she shut the door and she was there 10 minutes, he should have left her alone. Maybe that did irritate her to where she's like, okay, I done told your A to stop. Now, once she did come out with the knife and tried to slash him, that's still no excuse to attack an officer. Whatever y'all say, I don't care. He knocked for 10 minutes. She got irritated. She came out, tried to slash him. She shouldn't have done that. Period. But just for the sake of some of you ignorants, he backs up. She could have went back into her apartment. He would have called for backup. She tried to attack me with a knife, showed up with backup. We're coming in, and most likely, I'm just saying, in my opinion, what I think would have happened, when they would have got other team members there, they probably would have used the batter ram to bust her door in, go in there without being lethal with their shield, just bumping her, get her on the ground. Maybe. Or, for the sake of the argument, they might have just went in there and used a barricade to knock the door down, and she coming at them with a knife, they probably would have shot her. I do not know. My point is, after she tried to slash him the first time, she could have went back in her apartment. But what did she do? She kept approaching him. He's pointing a gun at her, telling her to stop. She kept coming at him. If you'd have tased her, perhaps that would have worked. I do not know. Maybe he didn't have a taser. Maybe he did. I don't know. They don't say. But it's the fact that after he even did shoot her, she kept slashing, folks. He ran away and she kept coming. What did y'all want him to do? Just run and say, I'll be back? Yeah. Like I said, I'm waiting on the comments to come in. I'm waiting on you always talking about black. You always taking up for the cops. No, I always stand up and take up for righteousness. You need to try it sometime. Let me know what you guys think by putting in the comments below right here after this video. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, get into your cell phones. We're trying to hit 450 by November. It will be up to you guys to spread this. Encourage people to subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. See y'all in the next one, okay? Don't forget, if you want to see the next video, it will be up here. Chronological order, and things that I do as a variety will be down here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.